Hello guys and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host Atisham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. So the Raptors had their second season game today against the Celtics at TD Garden. I'll get into everything about that game, but just like I do in every other video, before I get into the main contest, something else for today. Something else for today is winter is coming, bro. Winter is coming. Uh, so guys, pack up, bundle up or whatever you want to call it. Make sure you're dressed for the weather because you don't want to get the flu because you'll end up having to stay home for 14 days because people will believe you have COVID. Anyways, without further ado, let's talk Raptors versus Celtics. Basically, I don't know what the hell's wrong with TD Garden, but I'm sick of that, the floor. It is a horrible arena, the way it looks, man. You can't, so much green and then there's like weird brown. Like it makes everything just, hurt your eyes. But Celtics fans, you guys need to fix that. Maybe then your team will start winning. Anyways, so guys, it was pretty much a blowout, but it didn't start that way. The Raptors won this game. Let me see here. I have the score there, 115-83. So let me start with a summary of the game for people that didn't watch it. The Raptors kind of came out the way they came out against the Wizards. Not doing that great, missing shots, getting to the, missing bunnies. And Celtics came out pretty good. Jason Tatum was hitting his shot. I think he was 4 for 4 in the start. Hal Horford is shooting shots, and we're kind of struggling because of the whole not having a true center and everything like that. Nick Nurse calls a timeout. Guys come out. We're still not doing well offensively, but our defense takes a step, and we're holding the Celtics at bay. And the game starts to go on. The Raptors kind of catch their rhythm. Instead of trying to shoot 3-pointers, they're getting to the rim now. They're getting to the bucket. That's what their concentration is, and they're actually trying to finish this time. Eventually we keep shooting. Keep getting in the paint. We keep getting buckets at the rim. Every now and then we get a 3-pointer, but our defense is just on the Celtics' ass. We're getting deflections. We're getting everything. Cutting their lanes off. People are trying to shoot 3-pointers are getting blocked, or we're contesting their shots, making them miss, and everything like that. And by the halftime, the score was pretty close. I think we had like an 8-point lead. I don't have the score here. I don't want to waste time looking at it. And then basically in the third quarter, the Raptors come out, and the Raptors are, something happened during halftime that pissed Gary Trent Jr. off, because Gary Trent goes off. He scored, I think, 13 points in the third quarter by himself. He gets off the paint. He does like a teardrop 2-pointer. Then he banks a shot in from the top of the key. Then it goes back and does another teardrop type of layup. And then he gets fouled, and he's just going off. And I think there was a moment there where Nick Nurse is just trying to calm him down, and he's like shaking his head. You can see it from the side there. And then Scotty Barnes is in there as well. He's getting to the rim. He's dunking the ball. He's helping. He has like some sweet passes to people under the bucket and everything like that. And the Raptors take a lead. In the fourth quarter, we start off the fourth quarter with, I think it was a 20-point lead. The Raptors come out. Chris Boucher hits a 3 from the corner, and it seems like it's going to be a blowout. But Raptors always scare the shit out of us. So the Celtics go on an 8-0 run from there, and the lead cuts down to like about 15, and you're just like, oh my God, are we gonna lose this game? Because it was the bench guys that were playing at that time. It just seemed like the energy just went out from our team a little bit and stuff like that. And then Nick Nurse calls a timeout, brings in Freddie and Scotty, and then Scotty just takes over the fourth quarter. He's again the same thing. He's doing no look passes to Chris Boucher under the bucket. Chris Boucher takes and bang, dunk right in the face of the Celtics. He's Euro stepping around Pritchard. He's dunking over Pritchard and everything like that. So and then eventually the Raptors just take over and we beat their ass by about, what is it, 32 points. And that's pretty much the game. Um, so the Raptors are pretty good on the road. The three bad takeaways, or the three concerns I saw that I'm seeing currently as part of the Raptors, is, first of all, we come out without the energy that we should have as a young team. It seems like that Nick Nurse needs to call a timeout every time after a few minutes in the first quarter for the team to get settled and get some momentum going, get some high energy. That shouldn't be the case. The young guns should be just coming out wanting to punch the other team in the face. And it seems like the Raptors, for the past two games at least, have been low on energy coming out of the gate. But eventually they've gotten their stuff together. Today they got it done, together earlier, but it is what it is. And that's why we kind of won. The second issue that I'm seeing that the Raptors are doing is that they're playing very hectic in the start. It seems like there's too many ball handlers. There's not enough people that are there to make proper decisions on the for everybody in the offense. And given that everybody's a young person, they don't read the game as much. So it seems like there needs to be, a little bit of more onus on Freddie to be the guy who's not looking for his offense, but rather looking for getting everybody involved, getting everybody settled in the rhythm of the game, and then he can look for his own, kind of like how Kyle Lowry used to do it. So it seems like we're going a bit too hectic, not making proper decisions in the start, and that's the same. That's kind of leading to why our starts are kind of shaky. And the third thing that I noticed is we're missing too many early bunnies at the rim, finishing at the rims. Like Precious had like 3 or 4 of them, and that is because our guys are afraid of the physicality right away. When we decide to get physical, the other team struggle. They turn over the ball like crazy. We had we turned them over 25 times today, and we only had 4, I believe, turnovers in the start of the game. So that tells you once we decide to get physical, the other teams do struggle. But we're afraid when on the offensive end to get physical or go up to the rim hard. And as younger guys, I get it that you don't want to get injured and you don't want to get benched and all that stuff, but they're like, once you decide that, we were getting free throws, we were finishing at the rim, we were the other team was having to constantly fouling us. And it was leading to more buckets open for 3-point shots, because if people were closing in, there was 3 Celtics closing in, people were able to shoot the ball out, and we were able to get some open threes, which actually went down, and that's kind of helped us grow the lead there. The 3 good things that I've seen the Raptors been doing, first of all, is getting to the bucket. Okay, I understand we're not finishing, but we're constantly getting to the bucket. Freddie's always under the bucket, just getting smacked by everybody who's taller than him. But we're still getting to the bucket. Everybody, like OG's getting to the bucket. Precious is getting to the bucket. We had, I think, about 38 points at the half in the paint, which tells you that we're getting to the bucket. It's just a matter of finishing more consistently and, possibly shooting the ball out to get a 3-pointer every now and then. The second major thing that is consistent with the Raptors since preseason is their defense. And what I've noticed is the Raptors are playing very good help defense. Whenever somebody's on the ball or there's a defensive scheme going on, like box and one or whatever, usually people are helping very well because they're cutting off the lane. There were several times when Brian Schurer was able to beat his defender, but the help defender came and cut off his lane to the bucket, or Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, and we had Jason Tatum frustrated as hell because there was so much help defense coming in and holding teams to they couldn't get over 25 points a quarter. That tells you our defense is on spot, and getting 83 points for one of the 2 top scorers in the league and a team like Celtics to hold them to 83 points is very, very good. So the Raptors defense has been very, very good, especially the help defense, because there was this one play where OG flies by Pritchard, but then Achua shows up and blocks the shot. So it tells you that there's constant energy, and that energy is just taking us more time to get into that energy. The third thing is development. I'm seeing that the Raptors are developing their players very well, like Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent. They're starting to get a little bit more accumulated into the offense. Precious Achua looks good. So it seems like the Raptors are doing well on those aspects. The two highlights that I think were I loved during the game. One was, there was this Precious Achua steals the ball and he gets down and it just jams it straight into the rim, and that was in the first quarter, and that kind of just gave a little bit to Precious Achua to go forward with. And then there was this play where Grant Williams blocks Freddie, and then Freddie takes a step back, a couple of steps back from the 3-point line, and shoots it right in the face and swoosh. And he's just looking and laughing at Grant. Is it Grant Williams or Robbins? I don't know one of the Williams, the center guy. So it was that was the highlight of the game, one of the highlights. In regards to, I would say, the MVP for this game, there's the great performance by Precious Achua, going 15 for 15, which means a double-double, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Gary Trent, who actually got us that lead where we started to take a step, which was he scored 20 points in this game within, I think, what was it, for 7 for, 13. So that's not bad for him. But the MVP goes to Scotty Barnes for this game, who just went off on his, this was his rookie moment for this season. I'm not saying he's not going to have more, but this was his first one, which he went for 25 points, 13 rebounds, 11 of 17, getting to the rim. He has sweet passes, no look, where he's just running in and he on a fast break, he's, without looking, passes it to Chris Boucher and Kem Birch, and bodies are flying, and, OG gets the ball and he dunks it. So, Scotty was the MVP. He's shooting, mid-rangers. He had 1 3-pointer. He does a Euro step around Pritchard, dunks over Pritchard 3 times in this game, man. So it shows you, Scotty is taking those steps forward, and we made the right decision by taking this guy. I was telling everybody, this is the thing. This is the guy. But again, guys, this is just one game. These are the things that I noticed for the Raptors. And hopefully this is just a stepping stone. We got the cat off our back. We got our first win. We got our first win on the road in the Celtics arena, which is hard to do. So I think the Raptors are going to do well. Their game is coming up tomorrow against the Mavs. I believe the Raptors will win that game. The Raptors will win that game. I would possibly say, given our defense at this time, we'll score about 104 points and hold them to about 93, given Luka Doncic is on that game. So 104, 93 is the score I predict. So that's basically what I have for you guys for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and send me everything like that. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the post-game analysis. Have a good day and keep talking them Raptors.